at 7.
What we found that the 10 naira are not actually sufficient.
National, foreign news headlines. Get balanced, accurate facts on the latest news in business, politics, entertainment, sports, and more. Live from our studios.
Many thanks for watching. And join us again at 9
KAFTAN
p.m.
TV News. While wrapping up the day, unwind with the reminiscence of the day's news from home and abroad with KAFTAN TV 7 p.m. News.
Good to have you join us.
good to have you again, and we're here another Friday on the Polity on KAFTAN television. Well, we welcome you, but as we want to get to talk about this thing, there is something important we also need to talk about. We want to talk about the fact that the president of this institution, that is KAFTAN television, just celebrated his birthday yesterday. That is commemorated his birthday yesterday. And so today we are still remembering to mention that. And we have a message, a brief message we want to play to talk about him and to say happy birthday. After that, we'll return and now introduce my guest and we'll do all the things involved. Yes, and so here we are. We say happy birthday to our president. And so we'll go on. I am Okechukwu, and we will be here to discuss the things that have to do with the polity, as we always normally say on this program. I have two guests on the program, one an in-house and the other a politician and a political affairs analyst. So let's begin with the analyst himself. I have Elder Emmanuel Ejo Dane. Yeah. Well, welcome to the program, sir.
It's a great delight to be here.
Yes, yes. Good to have you. Really, we're happy that you're here to be part of what we do today. And next, we also have Stephen Offman, who is a colleague and who does things with us together at this place. I have to say welcome on the program, Steve.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for agreeing to be part of this, as I just did a kind of commandeering. Is that one of those things in life? Okay, we want to look at the things that have to do with politicians, and there's a topic we have, and it has to do with what they do, or I think we say political maneuvering, things like that. That's what we want to talk about today. And let's look at it and say political puzzles. Yes, political puzzles. And we're looking at strategizing, strategies and counter-strategies. That is it. So right away, we are getting on to look at it. There are strategies that they have carried on. But we want to look first of all at what we're seeing in River State. River State politics, again, coming onto the center stage, bringing matters that need to be looked at or looked into and assessed effectively. In River State, the governor of River State himself, the young man that is Governor Siminalayi Fubara, is, as far as we know, the person in charge of affairs in that state. But the former governor of the state, who is also the one that is controlling the State House of Assembly, is also coming up to stress the fact that he is still in control even when he is no longer in charge. But then he is showing that he is in charge in spite of the fact that he is no longer the governor, rather. That he is still in charge since he is the one, the godfather that brought in the current governor. And so as a result of that, he is still the one taking charge over all the things. The state assembly led by Amule is also beginning again to raise its head to say that something must happen. They are carrying on programs to impeach the governor. This is, of course, the second or third time they are talking about this impeachment. And looking at what they have as matters that are in the... And this time it's not just the governor, even to also impeach the deputy governor, Professor Ngozi Odu. So it's now a much more serious thing than it was. All the while, they were not mentioning the deputy governor, but this time she has been included and they want to remove her. And as some schools of thought have said that this is as a result of the fact that the woman has refused to bow to the opposition. Let me use the word opposition in the state government because the main leadership is the governor. And so the opposition is whoever else, that is whoever that is doing whatever against the governor is on the opposition. And Dr. Ngozi, Professor Ngozi Odu has been resolute on doing what she ought to do on a constant note. We're looking at these things. That is one thing that we have that is happening there in River State, the case they have against the deputy governor, apart from that of the governor. The deputy leader of the House, that is a lady too, Linda Stewart, also presented a separate notice of alleged gross misconduct against Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Odu. And Odu was accused of reckless and unconstitutional spending of public funds, obstructing of the House from performing its constitutional duties, and colluding to allow unauthorized individuals to occupy public offices without proper screening by the legislature. So they are just bringing things up, mentioning her and talking about her. That she was also accused of seeking budgetary approval from an alternative group rather than the constitutionally recognized River State House of Assembly, as well as allowances, as withholding salaries and allowances due to lawmakers and the Assembly Service Commission. One other thing about them is that they are threatening. I mean, the led House are threatening heavily, stressing that they will resign if the impeachment fails. That's what he said when they were addressing lawmakers. He insisted that neither the governor nor the deputy governor will be spared in the impeachment plan that they have, and that it will be better for lawmakers to step down than allow Fubara to defraud the people of River State. That was what he said. And he explained that the lingering political crisis in the state was not a battle between the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Jason Wike, and Fubara, but a confrontation between the governor and the Constitution. Well, that is what they have said. That is their own opinion they have brought forth. But then everybody that has seen all that has happened has seen also the other side that he's trying to say is not the fact. I wonder why he had to bring it up. It is not because of the fact that there is something about it that he now decides to mention it, to say that they are fighting against the Constitution. Remember, what they are still talking about are things that happened in 2005, 2025, 2024, and 2025, early 2025. This is what should have been agreed and concluded by the time they had their peace talk, And at the end of the day, it's believed that it should have been over and done with. But some other people are also saying that all these things you see, it's all happening because of the fact that the governor seems to have beaten them to their game by decamping from his party and joining the APC. You know that in each state the governor is the one that the party system is handed over to. And so I wonder why it should not be so in Rivers State. So these are some of the reasons for which people have mentioned all this struggle is coming up, because they wouldn't want him to be the leader, because if he's the leader, he's the person in charge of everything, all the things happening in the state. One, and number two, he may begin to make plans to make sure that he gets a second tenure, which we have all heard before now, that the former governor, the minister, has said he will not take. That's part of the resolution of the problem. So let's look at it. There are other things we'll still talk about today about the ADC and their own program and movement, but let's dwell on this first. How do we go? Elder, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I'm particularly worried, personally worried, with the developments that we are still at this stage. Instead of politics of issues, we're not talking about personalities. Instead of talking about the dividend of democracy, we are still into the primitive way of doing it, of doing things. I could even recall I actually venture into politics about that 2003, and I did some consultations, deep ones, and I met one of these party chieftains. I told him about my interest. He looked at my CV and they said, "This is good enough, but that's what was on ground then is the politics of survival of the maddest." Survival of the maddest. Said it goes beyond the survival of the
fittest. Is not that one. The fittest is not the point.
Yes, it was the survival of the maddest. And today, 2026, it can still seen as survival of the maddest. The maddest.
Yes.
Way a manner to get issue done, you just have to have your way. So I think that is the regret in the whole setting. They know how to play their game, and who is able to act with the other. Everything is centered between Winke and Fubara. I mean, what is played itself out in Rivers State is that clash of interest. The very day Fubara got out of favor of Winke and how to undo themselves, and they have actually been playing the very smart ones too. So they are trying to act smart. That's why we are at the level as we are, and there's no helping democracy. Issue is the worry.
It is not helping democracy.
It's not helping democracy.
Yes, and it should be a point of worry for every human being.
Yes.
And because you know that when you look at this democracy, if democracy thrives, then dividends will be there found, and people would benefit from it. But with all these wranglings, all this trouble, all this hullabaloo, you see that the whole polloi will be totally denied of, that is the member people in the grassroots will be totally denied of all the dividends that are supposed to be as a result of that. Steve, how do you see it?
Well, this issue has been lingering, and it's becoming multidimensional. There are different ways to look at it. Like Eda said, I was watching one clip on social media about some people from the West saying that they're coming to recolonize Africa, that for the past how many years, over 60 years, that African countries got independence, that we have shown that we cannot govern ourselves. And what that means is that instead of using state resources to benefit the people and the country, that they have the leaders have used it to reach themselves. And that calls for a very deep analysis about we, the black people. Now, in Rivers State, what is happening, if Wike, I don't think he will listen to any advice. he has his stronghold. He has people who are strongly backing him. But what is playing out for Fubara is that Fubara has the backing of the people, the ordinary people. Now, what we say is karma that is coming to Wike. Before we started this program, I was singing one song in our native language. When you are chasing a little bird that is learning how to fly, you are teaching that bird how to fly. If you want to be strong as a leader, you must go to war and come back. And all these things are signs of making Fubara a strong leader in Rivers State. Because from the look of things, it looks as if the fight did not start today. The state of emergency has come to teach him a lesson and see him back. Now it's impeachment. Are you sure you're going to succeed? If you don't succeed, what will become of you tomorrow? We thought after the state of emergency, everything is settled. He has reconciled with his principal and they will keep moving forward. But the thing keep heating up. And Fubara now, joining APC, has a stronghold of the party and the state, because it is like the federal supporting him. Somebody said yesterday that Wike is connected to a UPS, whereby Fubara is connected to the national grid. It is the national grid that supplies the UPS the power. So the power of the UPS will one day drain.
Yes.
And that UPS is the president.
Yes.
And the president will one day find his way. You saw what he gave an analysis of what happened in Anambra during the time of Andrew Ba and Obasanjo time.
Okay.
So in Anambra, where is Andover today?
No way.
In Anambra politics. So that is what Wike should look at. If he will listen to advice, let him forget all these things and see whether he can meddle down. People in APC don't like him. It is very obvious. And if possible, they have been clamoring for him to be relieved of his responsibility as FCT minister. And because of that, you saw the day they came to pay homage to the governor of Rivers State. That's to show you that they are support. And the president is also smart. He needs Fubara, he needs Wike. But Wike is trying to tell you that are more important. But Fubara, because he is already, his background is already established, he's more relaxed. It's Wike that is struggling not to be drowned in the water.
Yes, as you're going on, I want to mention that that must be why Wike, throughout the holiday period, was in Rivers State. I think he's even still there, because even as yesterday I still saw things about that. He has started something afresh to, I guess, to make himself more relevant, because now he said to them he doesn't want to hear about APC or PDP, but what he wants to do is to have the Renewed Hope group, so that he's now getting all of them to work as a Renewed Hope team, kind of, to ensure that the governor, that the president is restored, gets to have not restored, gets to have his second tenure, and gets his vote effectively from Rivers State. And now you are doing this. He's moving from local government to local government, and getting all of them to talk and to convince them, as though he were the governor, the way he was then, the way he was moving around then. That's the way he's doing it, without the governor. And people would ask, right-thinking people will say, where is the governor in this thing? You want to, in actual fact, one of them in one of the local governments said that they know that for the Renewed Hope, that they are going for the president for the next election, and members of the House of Reps and members of the National Assembly, they are all going. Members of the State Assembly, they are going. But in the case of the governor, it is when their leader tells him, who their leader tells them to vote for, that they will vote for. When it comes to that time, they will know what to do. Who is their leader? Wike is their leader. So you see, he is now what he did not want. The time Amici was the president, was the governor. When Amici left, the time he was governor, He almost made it impossible for Amechi to come home, but now he's making himself so relaxed to be everywhere in the state, yet there is a governor. I want to say that thing that the Mama Peace said, there is God. Oh. Go on, sir.
Yeah, and again, when you look at it, you will see that it's like karma is catching up with Wike. He is struggling. He's struggling. Let him not forget from this analysis you've given now. Let him not forget that all those local government chairmen and our APC members, it only takes an instruction from
the leaders of the leadership
and said,
yes,
we want you to align with this person, otherwise you get the consequences, and they will do that. So we keep thinking that he's the one that put them there, or so because that election was done during the state of emergency. Yes, and they won under the platform of APC. And remember, UK has destroyed PDP. So he is not working under PDP for Tinubu. He's not a member of APC. So where is he? This is a clear indication that he's heading for destruction. If I were him, the simple thing I would do is to mellow down and support the governor instead of trying to control him. The governor is in charge. The power is in him. It's not prophecy. From what I see, from analysis, from the way I see things happen, those things the House of Assembly were saying that Fubara did are very little compared to what we have seen in this country.
Of course.
From the federal level to... So those things, I don't think it can fly. And it takes a matter of... I also heard, I don't know how true that is, I started to be corrected, that the governor has removed the Chief Justice of the state. And that has an implication. Wike did the same thing during his own time. That time I was in Port Harcourt when he removed the man. Even I was opportunity to go to the Chief Judge's house that was there during Amechi. So we had a little chat, and I realized what I'm saying is correct. Now, these are games they are playing, and all the favors are with the governor. If Wike is to advise himself, which I don't think he will, because whom the gods wants to destroy, he first made them mad.
Yes.
Because karma must catch up with you. You did it, and it's going to happen to you, and in double fold. I don't think this House of Assembly will succeed in removing Fubara. The only thing that is still keeping Wike is the president. APC is not in support of him. Even PDP is not in support of him. You said we are going to discuss ADC and them as the second fiddle. Yeah. When we get there, we'll talk about the place of Wike.
Yes. Again, APC rejected the impeachment. The APC has come up to say that the impeachment, the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, aligned with former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, rejected the impeachment process. In a statement made by their publicity secretary, that is Darlington Muju or so, he said that the party described the development as unfortunate, warning against importing internal PDP disputes into the APC. The APC noted that during the emergency rule in the state, President Tinubu transmitted a budget to the National Assembly, which was approved in June and July 2025. That budget, totaling 1.48 trillion naira, 1.485 trillion naira, is expected to run until August 2026. Until August 26. So the Constitution also allows a 6-month spending window into a new fiscal year. Yes. That's what the party is stating. And so their position as of today on the matter is that they solemnly reject the resort to an impeachment process against the governor and his deputy. These fellows are referring to the thing that had happened, but you are saying that there was no budget, but you have forgotten that when the what do you call it now, the transition program came, when emergency program came,
Yes.
that there was a budget that was transmitted to the National Assembly by the president himself.
Exactly.
And since it is there, it has overruled this other one we're talking about.
And that is the one the government
is working with up to now. They still want to bring up what had been forgotten, just to the madness, as you have mentioned, the money,
the issue. We came from day one, underestimated Fubara. From day one, he just felt that he will continue to play the houseboy, along. And again, Fubara also know that at some point he has to answer his name or his father's name. Why Fubara? Why he was thinking that the same old order will be sustained. He will be in charge of the state finances forever. And that's kind of, truth is the only thing that is constant. I mean, any day, it's only the truth that is constant. And this is actually what is playing out itself now. Every person is in the know that because Fubara has denied Wike the right to control the treasury, that is what has caused the Magana on ground. And even if it were possible for them to impeach Fubara, because the truth is already in the public domain. And I think it's actually the president now, President Tinubu, that will need to do his own work to also be smart enough to do the needful. But to me, the former governor of River said Wike is actually like a drowning, his cup is already filled. All these are just kind of trying to, like the new political party says, bringing on board, they want to work with for. But that is actually where, from the one, he was actually self-centered. Going to the history, his following his relation with former Vice President Atiku, the former governor of Rivers State, Amechi, the other one, the succession.
Others, yes.
So you kind of, you see the trend. As of that when you are not playing it according to its own,
then there will be a problem.
There will be a problem. And it cannot always be like that. That is the issue we have. That's the so it's not even just, it's not even as if, okay, Fubara was smart enough to, they thought that interim arrangement will lead to, his end. But he was also smart enough to have become to APC.
And had given a very good welcome, not just...
and that's actually what is playing out itself. So it's, and which Wike could not have expected. He thought it would just be the big fool. But Fubara refused to play the fool. So that's what is on ground. As he has said, it's going to be difficult because there's actually no ground for it. That interim arrangement provided the president said forwarded to the National Assembly for the budget, and everything has been in order. And I think, just as my other brother have said, if there's anything Wike could do to be humbled, and see how they can make peace, and I think that's actually the only way that is left for him to my own thinking and my own analysis.
Can he succumb to peace deal?
It's not only about the only way out. The only way out for him. As human being, we can always say sorry, and that settles it all. As soon as I discover that we have missed it, so common sense means that we have to also, based on because just now, I read something from social media about this. The former governor of the same River State,
Amechi?
No, not Amechi.
Peter Odili.
Oh, Peter Odili. By the time he came up, you see, and these were actually people that paved way for Wike.
Exactly.
And it's not rubbishing them. Things are not done that way.
That's it. If you talk about Peter Odili, he was, as far as everybody knows, knows, is that he was even a godfather to him. Though he now came up and started denying all those things. The records are there for everybody to see. That's just one thing we know about our country. And because of the fact that the deputy governor has also decided to stand on the right on the grounds of justice, equity, fair play, righteousness and all, she has been roped into all this now, that she will also be part of the people that will be removed, because all the while she wasn't mentioned, but in this second one they are now putting her into it, so that they will now push them both off completely and put the people they want. Why should all this happen if not for the fact that the members of the State Assembly are dancing to the tune their master had played for them? But then it's quite a pity, because why I'm saying it's a pity is because they've said something that if this one does not work, that they will resign. Well, I must say that we'll wait to see their resignation. Except they now have to calm down. You know, that moment be coming down. Let's they learn how to be coming down, because they are preparing their way out. That's the truth about it.
They should not forget that Fubara used to be one of them. That's that
they were together.
Yes.
They were all together. Yes.
And whichever way they want to put it, it cannot be more than 4 years. Not 4 years.
That's it.
It can never be more than 4 years. Whether they resign or they don't resign, it can never be more than 4 years.
And after that, what they are even positioning themselves for is for 8 years. You know, remember when they were talking about 4+4 under Buhari? That's the kind of thing that they are also positioning themselves for, working about. That's why they now want to dance to the tune of their benefactor, so that to make sure that they remain. But again, if you continue, just as you gave the song and talked about it, in the same way, when the fly refuses to understand that the corpse is about going down 6 feet, and they continue to stay by the corpse, it will be buried along with the corpse. That's just the simple truth about it. Well,
that's referring to
members of the National Assembly,
members of
and of course their benefactor, yes, and their organ. So, well, that's it. We're still talking about it. Looking at the fact that we have seen, I think the APC should, now the ball is in the court of the APC to play its role. Everybody's watching to see how APC will prove itself, because in all the parties, all the states that governors had retired, had cross-carpeted, had moved from one party to the other, joined the APC. They've all been handed over the leadership position of the party. So we're still waiting. The other day we saw that of Plateau State happen, that they handed over the leadership of the party to Governor Governor Muftang, is it not? Of Plateau State. We are waiting to see it too, because it should be happening, that they will also be handing over leadership to Governor Fubara as the governor of Rivers State. It was done when the governor of a Delta State moved with his people. It was openly done to that day. It was handed over to him. And we were told that the people who were in the leadership position before then, they will know how to arrange with him so that he will take full charge over the activities of the party in the state. The same thing has happened. I want to say it must have happened, but it has happened in Enugu State with the governor that has moved over, and it's just like that in all the states that we've had it. But if we eventually see that the APC will not do the same in Rivers State, then it means that the APC has some questions to answer, and maybe though the National Secretary of the APC had told the former governor to stay clear of the APC politics in the state, and the former governor had the strength and the impetus to say that he should be warned, that he should go and warn him that he should know that Rivers politics is different. Why should Rivers politics be different? Is it not Nigerian politics? That's the question. Is it not Nigerian politics? So why should Rivers politics be different? That he should be warned. He should go and find out what happened to the people before him. this kind of threat should not be what should be made openly and allowed to stay. If we are thinking of, if we are doing rightful thinking and thinking of how to have equitable, egalitarian political organization and arrangement, it shouldn't be that way. And even as the national has said, so has the state said, you know, because in actual fact, remember that the leadership of the party in Rivers State also had a link with him before all this. But now, the chairman, party chairman and the other ESCOs will have no option but to follow what is in their constitution, because they will now have to listen to the governor who has become the head of the party in the state. I wonder how we'll be listening to someone who has become the head of the party in our state, and members of the state assembly in the SMC will now become the opposition to the governor that is the head.
I think the House members somehow decamped to APC also.
Yes, they did before the governor. They did. And so when the governor was going, they were shouting, crying foul, he should not join. Is it your business that he's joining? And then eventually he didn't listen to them. He went on and did what he did, and now this thing is what you're saying.
The impeachment issue is dead on arrival.
Really, it should be dead on arrival.
But what I think is that what is playing out for Wike, for him to be able to be doing what he's doing, is say that the president is still supporting him. Yes, because from the look of things, you see, during the 2023 general election, Labour Party, which was a very strong force in the south,
yes,
especially southeast and south-south,
yes,
played a very important role. Most governors were afraid to outrightly, from the southeast especially, to outrightly rig the election in favor of APC. Which
also that former governor did for APC.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. In states like Imo and other states, you understand, they focus on delivering 25% to APC instead of causing problem, because they know that the people can go haywire.
Yes.
If they after voting they know what they voted,
yes,
and before you know it they will not see massive. But in Rivers State it wasn't the case.
It wasn't the case.
In Rivers State it was massive. He just carried the whole ballot and gave to APC. So
when it was clear that many people voted for the
Labour Party. I think that is what is still keeping him with the president. Because from my own looking, it's like, will Fubara be able, for the president now, he's thinking, that's what I'm just insinuating, will Fubara be able to give me that total bulk of votes like Wike did?
That's why he himself started talking about the Renewed Hope group.
Exactly.
So as to make sure that he remained relevant.
Exactly. And the president still have believed that he can do because it's not a work of votes. It's a work of another way of Nigerian politics, which Wike plays very well. The president is still doubting whether Fubara will be able to do it, but he is also in a dilemma. If he's not careful, Wike will put a crack in the APC, between APC leadership and the president. And they have already started telling him that one day they will ask him to make a choice between them and Wike, which means maybe he's keeping quiet, but not that inside his mind he is so noisy and loud of what he is thinking.
Yes,
I know that if care is not taken, you just need to confirm something from the sitting governor. Immediately he confirms it. Now, where will Wike find himself? So what Wike is doing now is that he's drowning. He's trying to find a way to survive from the water. You understand? Like we keep saying, if Fubara decide to put up an open fight and said, you cannot do this thing, I'm the one in charge of this state, or this movement, it will look as if he is fighting against the president. You understand?
Yes.
That's why he's allowing him to do those things. But one day, the instruction will come, because all these people he's working with are members of APC.
That's it.
And they won't allow him to join APC like
because
that.
I know what he has done to PDP.
Yes,
They won't want to
he
accept
destroyed it. And secondly, he came supporting the president, and the president gave him a space, and he didn't take that space and keep quiet. He took that space, forgetting that the people that owns that space will not be happy with him. They believe that an APC member should have taken that space, or at least let him hold it for some time and release it. And he held it, and he's so noisy about it. If actually he kept quiet, maybe somehow APC would have absorbed him. And we had all the things he said against APC during before the elections, and
malaria and all that.
Yes, yes, malaria and cancer, and you know, because he feels PDP is his own, it's in his pocket, and you know, it's like owning a company and another person is asking you to come and join his own company.
Yes.
It will be difficult for you to leave your own company, even if he's dying. So that's where he is now.
Incidentally, what he only did was to help sponsor the party within that period.
Yeah, exactly.
But he forgot so suddenly, so soon that party was held strong enough before he came in. And while he was there, the party was still strong until when there was problem. What about those people who held it before he came? So you want to eliminate all of them? Because you supported
and those you should respect.
Yes. So the point is, and tomorrow some other people will still hold it. And since you left and you've not been doing much, have they not been sustained? These are the questions. People say, okay, this man, Peter Fayose, the former governor, Ayo Peter Fayose, was saying that he is a very stubborn person, that it will be difficult for him to accept all these things, and that he was the one that held the party and all that. And I have asked Fayose, where was he when the others were holding that party for him to grow, to get to that position of being the governor of Rivers State? That question still needs to be answered.
The saying, so you can fool some people
some of the time.
No, some people all the time. You can fool all the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time.
Yes, all the time.
You can't take it away from Wiki. You happen to have evolved into a kind of a phenomenon in Nigerian politics. But how did he get there? Wike only decide to help go the way of Tinubu because Atiku did not take him as the running mate. Able to know where the voting started. Yes. That is now, feel that the only way to advance after he had done his arithmetic is to support Tinubu to win. And the stake has always been Rivers State, that no one want to let go. That's where we are. And as at today now, it's actually...
not letting go. Is it not because of the finances involved?
That is the money now. That's the money now. From A to Z is the finances. Rivers is one of the richest states in the country. So they have all the money. It's that money that is causing down the wahala. This is not happening in those states. It's not happening in Ekiti or any other place. It's only another two states, Lagos and Kano, could have been under, because of the money. Now, I say you can't fool all the people all the time. And the time we are now is critical. Let us also know that as we are bringing the ADC dimension, the 2027 is around the corner. So every person just have to really kind of, adapt, because it's not just APC, it's not just PDP. There are some other involving parties that want to prove relevance. So these are so it has gone beyond the Wiki and Mbara and Tinubu. And again, I also want to read that Fubara is a smart guy. Any day, he knows what to do, and for him to be able to survive to this point means that he has some He's also doing some good job.
Good mathematics.
To sustain
And some
himself.
things are playing out. for
Yes.
him.
Yes. Well, that is it. We are still here and still talking about the program. We'll take a break right now. When we return, we'll look at the fact that the APC, the ADC is also growing in leaps and in bounds and making all the noise that is required. And we also look at the fact that we have not had their their presidential candidate yet, and nobody knows whether it's going up north or down south and all that put together. And some of the internal movements in that party and some additional people coming into the party to strengthen the party to have enough base and enough muscle to attack the APC. These and more we'll talk about by the time we'll return. I still have my guests with me here. We'll be back after this break.
Arrival in Abuja. The main agenda here is the promotion of made in Nigeria products. Could this trigger the much-needed change in the telecom industry for better service delivery? Well, as they say, only time will tell. Welcome to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, the arrival point. A golden opportunity for the country to showcase its potentials among Committee of Nations. Now, here comes the body, accompanied by her husband from India, where she has been receiving treatment. Total liberalization of the communication sector will bounce back in view of the sentimental attachment to it by Nigerians. The need for the players of the industry to still put their acts together to consolidate on the previous efforts has therefore become imperative. That popular saying that necessity is the mother of invention is beginning to have effect on Nigeria for good. Reporting from Dubai. Hello, I am Ruben Okala. I have not retired. I am refiring at KAFTAN TV. And as you see on KAFTAN TV, get back to work.
Yes, we're still here, and thank you so much for still being there for us and being part of what we're doing. We are still discussing political puzzles and strategies and counter strategies. That's what we're looking at today. Some people are suggesting to be in charge, some others are countering their strategies and making their own strategies to overcome that of the others. And so that's what we're seeing. And then Nigeria politics, that is living reverse politics, we're talking about Nigerian politics. We have the APC as a ruling party. We have the PDP as the opposition party, major opposition party, apart from the fact that we've also had LP as among the opposition parties. We have the SDP as an opposition party, along with some other parties which are there. But somehow, an old party was revived and they started having some more strength and zeal. And that's talking about the ADC rather, the ADC, African Democratic Congress. Incidentally, that is where many fellows who had been under the PDP moved into, and some other parties anyway, moved into, talking about the fact that right now, the chairman of the party ADC happens to be the former Senate President, former military leader, talking about David Alechenu Mark. Yes, David Mark is now the chairman of that party, took over from Musu, that was the chairman of the party all the years, and was also their presidential candidate. Now David Mark is there. And Arebe Shola, the former governor of one of the western states, is it Osun? Okay, Osun State, is now the the secretary, national secretary of that party. Of course, Arebe Shola had been with the ruling party before he left and got into this. And so we're looking at all these things today. Also, a kingpin in that party, as far as we can see today, is the former Vice President of Nigeria, a leading member, former leading member of the PDP, People's Democratic Party. I'm talking about Atiku Abubakar. He is also there. Looking at all these things now, we also hear, because he has been vying for presidency for a long time, we also heard and saw his former running mate that in the election of not 2023 but 2019, Peter Obi, who also became the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023, while Atiku still remained the presidential candidate of the PDP, and he had Arthur Okowa as the running mate then. Incidentally, Okowa is no longer with him in the PDP. Okowa has moved over to APC, the one that is the ruling party today. And we are seeing that Peter Obi has also come in fully to become a member of the ADC. And so, everybody that has been looking and checking the political calendar in Nigeria, looking at the political maneuverings in Nigeria, seeing, trying to find out whether Peter Obi, having left a Labour Party because of, well, the party that is a problem right now, whether he would now be made the presidential candidate of the ADC. But then, just a few days ago, even yesterday it was still on the news, the former presidential candidate of the PDP, that is talking about Atiku Abubakar, made it clear that he is not stepping down for anybody, that anybody that wants to be the presidential candidate of the party is free to contest. That at the convention it will be concluded who it is that will win, who will become their presidential candidate. And so people are beginning to wonder, schools are beginning to vary and to wonder whether the move of Peter Obi into the ADC was a well-calculated move, because some are saying, and some others have also said, including one of the aides to the president in the APC right now, saying that Peter Obi is now going there to become, he has accepted to become the running mate to his former boss, Atiku Abubakar. All these are permutations anyway, and we're here to see the main thing happen the way it should be. They are all right, the main thing happens so that we know who it is. That party has made it clear that it has not reserved its presidential candidacy to, ceded it to the South. While some others are saying Southeast or Southwest, but he said it's not ceded it to any zone. So it is yet to be made clear, and that will be after their convention. Gentlemen, I don't know how you see the move. Do we say that this calculation of Peter Obi was a wise one or not wise one? And the man Atiku has said, no going back. He's still doing what he wants to do. And some people are saying, these people are trying to dance to the tune of APC to make sure that President Tinubu returns to power again. That is, retains power for the next 4 years after this. How do you see it? But before you say anything, I also want to ask you, dear viewer, to make your callings now. Make your calls, please. Call us. The phone lines will be there for you to see. Phone numbers will be there. Number will be there for you to see, so that you can be part of this program and make your own contributions as we go on. Yes. Who do I ask what he thinks first? Ejo Dame. Let's hear.
Yeah, that there is as a wave is being generated. I think it's very, very heady. At the time, a wave has been generated by this maneuvering.
Yes.
And more also at a time like this. As I said, 2027 is around the corner. But I will want to throw the challenge seriously to the electorate, the registered voters, that will have close to 94 million registered voters in this country. I want to throw the challenge to us. You know, it's not so much on the political parties. Now, here the political parties are there for the voters to complement. Whatever is happening in the ADC can happen in SDP, can happen in Labour, can happen in any other party. For the, to generate actors, we have 11,861 elective offices in this country. And that for the election cycle for this 2027, Nigerians, let this registered voter that can be voted for take the initiative to align with any of these political parties. When we're talking about...
sorry, you mean registered voters that can vote?
Can vote and be voted for, should take advantage of... A wave is being generated because of the 2027 election cycle. Alignment. So is the voters now, the those that can vote and be voted for, that should take the initiative to align. For this vote that is being generated. Talking about this because the personalities that are that are in that that have decided to align with that's what is on ground. We also look at it today. I don't see more difference between APC and PDP, and it is same people that are that whether in PDP, APC, that are coming to ADC. So it is for us, the electorate, to be conscious, to be deliberate too, in pitching our accounts. Yes, I want to leave the electorate. If us, do our homework, even if I know there's nothing like a tissue paper political party, but even there to be anything like that, by the time so long as it's a platform for you to express yourself, by the time the electorate reasonably aligned, we are going to have the best of stuff. Yes, to me they're all the same thing.
Yes.
2019, Peter will be aligned with Atiku. 2023, they were in different camps. Today they are coming to
the same party.
Party. David Mark, the same old order, is the chairman of the. So there's very much any. Let's remove sentiment. And do our own work. It's agreed. We understand that we have a leadership question. Just now we are moving to the opposite direction. We never get to our destination. Common sense knew how to make a U-turn. But what we do is we start taking the effort to do differently, yet in order to get to our destination. So this time is critical. Yes, a wave has been generated by the ADC, as I've said, but let it also transcend to other parties. And this should be the duty of the electorate.
That reminds me, you see, now you're talking, thank you, sir. Now you're talking about doing things differently. It reminds me of the fact that there is a book that you call Blueprint for National Retrieval. A handbook for changing the unpleasant narratives of our national life. Yes, and I've looked into it. I've seen some of the things you put down there, and I think they are in line with what you're saying today.
Thank you, sir.
So we need to think again. If what we've been doing all these years has not given us what we need, why not think of doing something else so as to achieve that result that has been elusive all these years?
Thank you, sir.
Again, I want to say thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope that blueprint for national retrieval will be what everybody will be able to see and read, because it's important that I have read it, though I didn't conclude it, but I'm still reading it. the reading is in progress, and we hope it will grow, and that there will be strength to as many as will find grace to read that blueprint. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Looking at it again, I want to say that the ADC, you know, because of the movement of these people, top politicians into ADC, their own followers, because they all have their followers, their own followers, majority of them followed them even into these parties. Just as you said, they are either from a PDP or APC anyway. But then the fact that there is a realignment so as to achieve that same goal that was intended that has never been achieved makes some sense anyway. And so looking at the fact that, because it is still human beings that will do it anyhow, so even if as they are coming from different parties, if they come in there to that new party to reason differently, I think it will still be good for us in the country. But the point is, we may not be able to understand where they are going until we see who they have pointed out as their presidential candidate.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know, we do Matters Arising,
yes.
and this issue has been coming on. There's something I used to say when I'm discussing with Mr. Patrick. You see, I said PDP is dead.
That is what
I used to say it's pump and plan. PDP is dead. Even if it will come back to power, not in the name PDP, I mean at the federal level.
Okay.
Now, there was something you said now about realignment. You know, people have been saying that Peter B has accepted to be vice president. Atiku said that he's not coming down for anybody. There is something we need to understand. I'm sorry to expose this because I'm not a member of ADC yet.
Yes.
If I will join, that will be maybe later. I don't
yes.
know. Let me watch, like the topic said, political puzzle.
Yes.
It's a real puzzle. Let us play the puzzle and see where it's going. You see, when PDP was in power, we used to say share the money. PDP share the money. APC came, their own became like hoarding the money. They hoarded this money that people became angry, and they used the money to buy the people. And that most people that wanted to contest for certain positions, when you go to their houses, you saw raw cash.
Yeah, when you went there, you saw raw cash.
Some that's spoils. So the country became hungry and went down. Now, because PDP was not able, PDP and Labour Party, we are not able to defeat them in the 2023 general election, which we felt APC also did not win. I think PDP or the faction or Labour Party have learned a very big lesson from APC. So if you expose yourself to APC, they will encroach you, which no matter what, I know they have encroached every party. They will encroach you and find a way to puncture you so that you deflate. Now, there's something my mind is telling me. Peter B is not taking a wrong decision. I think he's not saying the wrong thing. I was watching one clip like that. Someone said that the most strongest or the most difficult puzzle for APC now to solve is Peter B. You understand? I'm not a member of the party, but I'm trying to say it the way I perceive it. Yes. Peter B is not making a wrong decision. Now, PDP in their state, the state they are now, cannot do much. I want to say this thing before I continue. I'm not happy with Jonathan.
Why?
I'm not happy with Jonathan because some people said he's taking a good decision and he's not coming out, he should go and relax and all those things. I don't see it that way.
But he has become an international figure.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is this. APC came and lied to us and pushed you away. And we now realize our eyes are open and we are ready to back you to come and rescue, just like Trump did. And you see what he's doing in America now. And you are not aligning with the people that lied against you. You are not aligned because you were once the president or what. Even if you want to do it, find a good alternative for us. Don't just leave us like that. Now, what am I trying to say? You see, APC will never understand what ADC is going to do until the final time.
Okay.
They will never understand it. And if they will learn their lesson. What happened to them in PDP? If they allow it to happen to them in ADC. But I know that they won't allow that to happen.
Okay.
And if they allow it to happen, we'll see where it will remain. Nigeria will become a one-party state.
Thank you so much. I pray we will never become a one-party state. Honestly, that's my prayer. Because that will mean that there will not be any opposition. So the people in authority can do whatever they like without any person opposing them. Well, that's how we'll run off, because we've run out of time, really. That's how we'll round off what we have for today. I want to say thank you so much. How time flies indeed when you're doing something beautiful. I want to say very special thanks to you, Elder Emmanuel Angel Dame. Thank you so much for coming.
No, pleasure again.
Right. Please come again when I ask you to. Not forgetting, of course, to say special thanks to Stephen Offerum, a colleague, and doing good work here.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure, sir. Please do oblige me the next time I plead.
If I'm not hungry.
If you're not hungry, okay? We pray that provision will be made so that you will not be hungry next time. Well, that's how we want to say thank you, dear viewer, for listening and deciding not to call, just to enjoy what has happened. We are grateful. I want to thank Dabrila Divine, the double D, for being there for me all the time. Thank you so much, sir. I also want to say thanks to Adebayo Sanusi for being there. Thank you. I want to say thanks to Ephraim Omona. Thank you so much for all that you've done today. And thank you to Abib Okunola, as well as Victor Chinzea. Thank you, all of you. We've worked one way or the other to make sure that this thing is well packaged. Thank you for being there for me. I am also not forgetting to say thanks to Ruben Okala, the head of station. Thank you for really the producer of this program. Thank you. And let me say that is the best that we want to pray. Okay, Chukwu Onobogo here. As I'm taking my leave, I say, may the best happen to us all the time.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why at KAFTAN Television,
We imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
We blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At KAFTAN TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
it's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
And around the world to create signal.
At KAFTAN Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Look at what the facts are.
And as you say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.
Thinking of where to get the latest information and in-depth analysis on news, events, and trending stories around the Federal Capital Territory? Or do you need a medium to showcase those amazing brands, businesses, and events of yours? Seek no more.
So a beautiful community for a whole lot of tourists and press.
And we got you covered. Tune in to channel 124 on Startimes at 10 p.m. West African time on Tuesdays and Thursdays to be informed on policies, news, reports, events, and their effects on the Federal Capital Territory. Only on KAFTAN TV. KAFTAN TV. Imagine a beautiful world.
This is KAFTAN TV Newsroom, the headlines.
The fault is not coming from my name.
The world of sports, talking about sport gist on KAFTAN TV.
We made the law. Why not ensure its enforcement?
$73 billion, you know.
The car was actually made from a prototype of a human being.
What do you understand by a woman of substance? Who is the...
He said, who gave you admission? Where is the admission that you are here?
She is a performer who is passionate about the music business.
The Nigerian music entertainment industry is a very big one. It's very lucrative. It requires large investments.
This week on Small Business Big Import, meet Daniela Tochi Oji.
Yes. My name is Daniela Oji. I'm a singer, a performer, a music writer, an entrepreneur. I'm so many things.
Nigerian singer Daniela warmly smiles her way into the heart of the team as she reveals her hideout in the heart of Ikeja, the capital city of Lagos, Nigeria, which she finds inspirational. Alongside music and entrepreneurship, we are about to discover what inspires her.
Anything can inspire me. This breeze right now is inspiring me. Your smile can inspire me to write a song about happiness. I'm thinking about lines right now as I'm talking to you. So anything inspires me really, depending on what mood I'm in. You know, I could be in the bathroom, I could be walking on the street. I wrote a song when I was, in 2013, I was on a bus on the 3rd Mainland Bridge and I was looking at, you know, just at the foot of the bridge, you have this canoes and these people living in houses that are not properly made, and I was just very thankful for my life, and I wrote a song, you know, and I was on a bus, on a public transport, and stuff like that inspired me, you know, deep things, shallow things. Listening to other kinds of music inspired me as well. So I listen to all kinds. I listen to rap, I listen to reggae, I listen to all kinds of music. So anything can inspire me.